Bolts fam, welcome back to Pass That Mic with Rue and Ava. It's our, well, not final episode, but final episode with Rue. And today, we've spoken a lot about other guests, haven't we?
Yeah.
We actually get to sit down and interview Rue and talk a little bit about us.
Yeah. The iconic duo, as TikTok has labelled us. One of many iconic duos, I should say. But yeah, it's my final time here on Pass That Mic. The podcast will still be running, just potentially with someone else. We don't know what that looks like, but stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah. Host replacement.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
How's off-season been treating you? Well, I guess you're rehabbing a lot, so got a little update for us?
Well, probably quite similar to you. You haven't really stopped either. You've been quite training, but every day sort of with Geordie still, at S&C, and yeah, we're now tracking towards change of direction, which has been so fun. Exciting. I feel like for so long there I was just straight line running. So now it's good that I can add that extra challenge in there.
It's always nice when in rehab after you're stuck on something. Well, not stuck, but you're doing the same thing repetitively week after week. And then when you finally introduce something new, like change of direction, you're like, hell yeah, let's go.
Which I think prior to that, like prior to doing my ACL, I wouldn't have understand the excitement of just like, cool, you can dodge. Cool, it's a change of direction. I don't really understand what the excitement is. But yeah, no, it's been long 7 months and I'm very excited to be changing direction. So that's where I'm at the moment. Yeah. And lots more like loading conditioning.
Oh, nice.
I've forgotten that little bit of that metal taste in your mouth.
Oh, the lactic acid's creeping up on you.
Conditioning. It's, I do like the feeling of my body aching now.
Have you found like, you've done a lot of watching, but have you been looking at things a little bit differently now? Like, are you looking at knees? Are you like it's just normal?
I think at the start, when I first did it, I was looking at knees. And I remember we had this conversation where it was like, oh my God, all I was doing was just looking at how people were jumping. And I was like, oh my God, awkward or not awkward or just watching that. Now it's completely changed again. It's kind of like there's one specific movement that I just kind of replay in my head all the time, which is really funny because I didn't actually do my ACL that way. But it's somehow going for a pocket ball, like that pocket backwards,
that's how
change of direction, changing your line, and then a player sort of being behind you and leaping out. That's like the one thing that I keep replaying, going, that's going to take me a fair bit of confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Interesting how we've all got that thing, hey?
Well, we've got a lot to catch up on today because I have officially moved out of the apartment. I have packed up my bags. I've moved back home to the Gold Coast with my parents and my sister, which means you now have a new roommate, which is
my sister. Lord help us all.
Lily Black has taken my place in the villa, as we like to call it.
The villa. No, you know Lil as well. Like it's kind of like one of those things, hey, where everyone thinks I'm quite loud and extroverted, but she's on
another level.
She's an extra, So it is double trouble now. But no, it's going to be weird. It's already, I can feel little bits of areas here, even though we're in off season. And like, you know, usually Rue and I will, like, you're usually always, if I'm in the gym for my session, she's always there. And it's from a place of like, she'll live in the gym.
I struggle to stop. Hey, like I've started doing hot Pilates, which has been fun.
I've never tried that.
It's sweaty stuff, that stuff. But yeah, I really struggle to switch off. And I know a lot of the girls, the experienced players are always like, you need to have a break, you need to stop, you need to rest. And I'm just like,
relax.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's something I'm working on, but.
That's okay. I'm even like 4 years of roommates with you. That was always something we sort of spoke about, was like, I could just go to my room or even just lay on the couch and put my feet up for a bit. And you were like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to go do this. And it was always, that was just you know?
All right. Moving on, we have our 3 things. So we're going to discuss a win of the week, a shower thought, and an ick. Do you want us to kick us off with the win?
Oh, the win. Okay. Let's just go. I'm enjoying a change of direction, but also I'm just enjoying conditioning and hurting again.
Yeah,
that's a win for me.
Feeling.
Yeah.
I've got 2 wins. I've got my lip gloss was returned. My saving grace.
You nearly lost it too again.
So Ava, this had been living with Ava for a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's pretty new and I'm obsessed with it. It's the Mecca lip balm, I guess. It's watermelon flavour and it's an SPF kind of thing, and I'm addicted to it. I'm just constantly like this on my lips.
Yeah.
And my second win is the hot Pilates. I'm loving something different, and I've made some little Pilates friends as well. And
That's the first time you've done hot Pilates?
yeah,
You
I've done
usually do-
reformer in the past, but like I'm a big sweater.
You actually are.
I am a huge
That's
sweater.
like a known thing.
And when you're doing Pilates in like a 30-degree temperature room, that's taking that sweat to the next level.
Yeah. No, I have not tried it. I'm not actually, I would be maybe I'm a Pilates kid, maybe it could be. I don't know. Kid. Emphasis on kid, because I would be going from scratch and not knowing
We'll
anything.
find out one day, I'm sure. Shower thought.
Cool. Shower thought for me. Now, we were giggling about this before because I sort of said it and you were kind of like, that's actually not a shower thought. But nonetheless, it's been in my thoughts during the shower. But it's actually, I watched the movie Mufasa. And
Aaron,
to be like,
Pierre.
oh my God, this girl. Yeah, literally, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa in the shower all the time. And I was just thinking about, like, my sister is obsessed with it. So when she came up, I was sitting down on the couch with Mum and Lily, and we were watching it. And the entire movie, my sister was up, singing, dancing right in front of the TV. And at the time, I was just like, oh my gosh, sit down, like, just watch the movie. It's not even that good. Thinking it's actually so good. And that's all I've been playing. It's just the soundtracks over and over.
So that, my friends, is not a shower thought. That is her with a song stuck in her head.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's okay.
I think about Simba.
No, it's
and
great.
Mufasa.
Yeah, if you think about it in the shower, I mean, it's a shower thought, right? My shower thought occurred in the car this week, and this does get a little bit like grim and sad to think about, but I was driving in a 60 zone and the lady in front of me was probably doing about 40. And, you know, like everyone, you get a little bit road rage. You're like, I'm not in a hurry anywhere, but I'm just like, come on, love, like keep up with the pace and whatnot. But then it triggered a thought in my brain. Like, we were coming up to a school zone, I'm going to say like still a minute away. And I was like, what if she's going slow because of something traumatic that's happened in the past near a school zone? And then it got me thinking, you just never know what someone's been through or reasoning behind why they might be going the pace they're going in the car. So I'll turn that road rage down in the future.
Yeah, and it's on the flip side, if someone's tailgating you, they might be on the way to
An emergency.
or the biggest event of their life or the hospital.
But still,
it could
don't
be.
speed, guys.
Yeah. I like that one, Rue.
Road safety.
Road safety.
And an ick, Aves, do you have one of those for us?
I don't have an ick, but I love listening to yours. Go.
Okay.
You take the lead.
I've been saving this because it just happened this morning. I went for a coffee after Pilates and bumped into two of our like mutual friends through our boyfriends, teammates of theirs, on a double date, and they got sprung on a double date. And my question to you now is, have you ever caught someone on a date that we know, and have you ever been caught on a date? Because it's pretty icky, like first date, like sitting down.
No, but I'm not much of a dater, but I remember Shezzy caught you one time on a date. I remember that. And she was giggling to you. I can't imagine the feeling of being so nervous sitting in front of someone at dinner and then having someone who's not prepared just come in and go,
A teammate that I look up to, Laura Sherrier, and Maddie Colebrook, McAuliffe, both of them walked past me and I'm just sitting there like, this was a few years ago by the way, I'm just sitting there like, but I know there's been a few girls in our team that have been caught on dates before, and it is the funniest thing, like immediately back into the group chat, like this chat is coming into the change room this week and we will not let that go for a while.
I wonder the perspective even on that of being the person who walks in on the people on the date. Like, were you kind of like, do I say hi? Like,
no, I did. I was like, hey. But I'm always like wondering, like, because they're two guys, I was wondering if the girls would think, oh, like, how do you know them? Like, that kind of thing. But, yeah, and then that was funny. And I just thought that was a bit of an ick.
Who are we talking about? Are you gonna
No, I'm not name dropping. We'll keep their private life private.
Oh, lovely.
You can rent a little, you can rent a lot. You can rely on Red Spot for a car, used van or truck. You can rely on Red Spot. You can rely on Red Spot.
Segment.
The saddest
The one we've all been wanting to ask. It's the question literally everybody is thinking, I think, when they saw the news. And for you, Ruski, after growing up in Queensland, your entire life has been here on the Gold Coast, travelling some netball in Brisbane, and then up here on the Sunshine Coast. You know, you have forever been a Queensland girl since the start, on the beach, close to the water. Why have you made the move to Melbourne to leave me, your best friend, your family, and your boyfriend?
Yeah, I guess that is the question on many people's lips, and I love Queensland, and Queensland will always be home for me, especially the Gold Coast and Sunny Coast where I've spent a lot of my years. But I guess the main reasoning like behind moving clubs is, you know, just different opportunity for me, and Mavs has, you know, that opportunity there where the goal attack spots opened up and I can really hone in on that down south.
Because that's where you want to play too.
Yeah,
I remember we've had...
I am versatile and can play both positions on the court, but I'd love to really hone in on that goal attack game and make it my strongest point of position, I guess, on the court. And yeah, I think, as you know, like Melbourne is such a big city and really like the sport capital of Australia. Like you've got heaps going on there. It's like the sport hub. And I'm just really excited to like, I know I love Sunshine Coast and I love the community and how strong we are here, but I'm excited to experience like the crowds and the go-go atmosphere of like sport mad driven fans and things like that. And yeah, just the opportunities outside as well of netball.
And even you speak a lot even about like, you know, you got F1 down there, but the tennis open.
Yeah.
And so there would be a lot of events even it's quickly for us as netball fans or people to think about netball straight away. But it's like, I think a lot of the time what you speak about is like it's the stuff outside as well, outside. And that's the stuff that you can probably struggle to get in regional areas. Yeah, because we just don't have that sort of entertainment here.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like I love the Sunshine Coast and I'm such a beach girl, like everyone
That
knows
was my second question was
and
these beach linen
the pants the
will
giving beach. I
probably
can't
not
take
be
them down to
wearing
Melbourne.
too much.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm keen to just try something new and yeah, really see what, you know, I'm young, nothing's really tying me down here. So apart from my friends and family, but nothing is like I'm young, I can travel, I can go, I can like experience that and come back eventually one day.
Rip to Rue's boyfriend, sorry. Nothing was really keeping her.
I want to be here, but like the netball season's half a year, so you'll probably see me back
and in the
off season. So
yes, and I think like I know we've had this conversation, but I know that you've also had this conversation with the people around you when you're a professional athlete, or even if you're trying to be a professional athlete, you've got to go what's best for you with your career, and if that is not here, then that's a decision you need to make, and that's something that the people around you have to support you with.
Yeah.
And know that it will be the right decision for you in the end, and wherever you choose to go from there, if it's back here with Lightning in 12 months, I don't know.
I think we're lucky with how far netball's come that you can move for your job and you can get paid for it, and netball is a job now. So having an opportunity where you're able to like move away from home and experience living in a bigger state and bigger like city is really cool. So I'm just excited as well to just take that challenge on.
On the netball side, who's obviously you're going to be playing as well with Shimona Jock, and I know that's something that we really spoke about. That was really exciting for you, and obviously Jamie Lee too. I know you've been quite like in contact with her around that move, but like it would be pretty cool playing or being able to feed someone as tall and like Jock is a weapon.
Yep.
Thought?
Yeah, I've thought a lot about how that will look and that combination, and without giving too much away to the enemies of next year, I'm excited to bring my own flair as well and not just be that goal attack that yeets the ball into the shooter, because I think my strengths are being a high volume shooter as well. So being able to keep defenders on their toes will be very interesting.
I love that.
And try and do that.
think a lot of people will like to hear that. I think that staying away from the classic, like, halfway pass into a shooter, like, that will definitely.
But who knows? We may have a different game plan, so I'm not even sure
Mate,
yet.
your game
Haven't
plan
even
might be to
moved
do
down
that, so
Melbourne.
we'll just see, hey?
We'll see.
I love that one. Okay, so specifically about Lightning, what's something that, not just one thing, maybe you might add a few, I'm sure there'd be a few, things that you're going to miss the most about the club here?
Oh, like, honestly, so much. I think the team, the people, everyone's amazing. I've made some of my closest friends here on the Sunshine Coast, specifically teammates as well, and wider the community as well. I think that's something that Lightning is really well known for, is their connection to community, and I love that. I love the members here. I love how passionate everyone is about netball because it is a regional team, and yeah, it's just like the access you have to this specific team is literally your like city, the Sunshine Coast. So if you're on the Sunshine Coast, you go for the Lightning. But yeah, I'm definitely going to miss being around the girls, yourself, and the beaches, obviously.
Yeah.
The lifestyle here is pretty fun.
If there was something that you could maybe say to someone who was looking at living on the coast, whether it was coming to Lightning, like you would say the connection to the community, or what's the biggest thing that you said, like what you think would draw most people in here?
That's a good question. I would say just the whole lifestyle around the training environment as well. Like you go to training in the morning. This is my favorite thing to think about in the preseason. You go train in the morning, you come home, you can go for a swim, you can go to the beach, you can eat your recovery food, you go train in the afternoon. Like you don't get that at a 9-to-5 job. And I'm so fortunate that with the sport we play and the hours we train and work, like that allows us to have access to things like the beaches because it's so close. Everything is 15 minutes away.
Yep.
Or under. And I don't think you get that at many other cities.
Yeah, that we often speak about that, hey, that pre-season, like you work so hard and you train for so hard in the morning, and then it's just like, all right, girls, beach, acai, let's go.
Let's go get
like,
a coffee. Let's go to
get
the
this
beach.
coffee. Let's
It's
put
the
our feet
lifestyle.
up. It's a lifestyle that you, that's the
Amongst
benefit
many
too.
things, like the community, the members that we have are awesome.
Yeah.
So, and the crowd, like insane. I'm going to be so scared coming back here to play.
What if they're all booing? No, I'm kidding.
Please don't.
No, they'll love you, I'm sure. What are you most looking forward to in the new experience?
I think, as I said, the change to like just the whole city vibe.
Yeah.
The
That's
sports
whole
city.
new. So that will be
It's
with that
go,
like,
go,
bit
go.
of traffic.
I'll have to deal with some traffic, yes. Weather changes, yes. But I am excited to, like,
You can get
Victoria's
that winter
always
fashion,
been.
that winter
You get that.
fashion,
Yeah,
get it
you
all
get that
going.
winter fashion going, the trench coats, the scarves, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to wear the new colours, the light blue and like the pink.
Yes.
Very me.
That is very, that's Rue's two colours, is a light
Yeah.
blue and a light pink.
Yeah.
And hopefully that Bondi Sands sponsor comes in.
Hopefully that comes in clutch for the winter time. But yeah, and new combinations and exploring just new netball stuff.
On that topic, I know I probably know this answer, but I think for a lot of people, what are you nervous about? What are you most anxious about in this whole decision that you've made to leave?
I try not to, like, I'm backing my decision, like, I always, I'm not regretting anything. Like, I'm so excited to go, but I think just leaving family and friends behind here will be tough, and just keeping that contact and making sure we're always just visiting and all that. That's probably going to be the hardest thing. But lucky FaceTime exists, guys.
Lucky with the world we live in.
Lucky.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, not
And
nervous at all. Super pumped.
Yeah. I think you're also type of personality you are too. Like you'll throw yourself in anything. Like you're
Give
not
me a
afraid.
challenge and
Exactly.
I'll attack it.
You're not afraid to go into a new group of people and say, "Hi, I'm Rue."
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of other people might find that really daunting, and that might be a really nervous experience for them. So I think you're pretty blessed with that in your personality. Where are you living and who are you living with? I'm quite positive you can share that.
Yeah. I am going to be...
perhaps?
I will not be dropping the address, but I will be living in the suburb of Richmond, which is, I believe like quite close to this main city. I was going to say
Seedy.
CBD. But yeah, I'll be living in Richmond and living with a past Mav, Maisie Nanks, which is exciting. I've gone down for a visit and scoped out the whole place, and she's an awesome human being, and I'm so excited to experience
Big room
living with her.
too. The video you showed me.
Yep.
I think it would be so nice.
I'll
as
give a
well.
full house tour to you when I officially move
Please
in
do.
in a couple of weeks.
And I know she had a cat,
Yeah, the cat Stormy,
Stormy.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rue and I've always been talking about wanting to get a kitten in our apartment, haven't we?
Now we can't.
Now we can't, so now she's just going down there. It's perfect. She's
I'll
got
get
her
a
own
little
little cat. That's lovely. On that topic too, we all know, and if you don't know, you do know now, Rue loves her coffee.
Yeah.
Have you worked out the best go-to coffee down there? What have you explored yet? Have you?
I'll receive a list. I'm gonna ask for a list from someone of cafes to try and things like that. But I know Cheeky Monkeys is right around the corner, and we've been there before, and I really enjoy that vibe. So you'll probably catch us down that way. Lovely. And when you come and visit, we'll go try all the places I have
Lots
found.
of visits
Yeah.
as you will be back up here.
Yeah.
Pre-season's usually pretty good with that. We actually get most of the weekends off usually.
Yeah. So you can come down for a long weekend if you get one.
Yep.
If
And
you
then,
want to see me.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We're going to take a little walk down memory lane. So as you are either all aware or not at all, Ava and I have been friends for quite some years now. Do you know how long?
I met you when I was...
I feel like I knew of you
I
quite
met
young.
you really actually when I was 12. You were the older age group for Queensland. That's actually where I met you. Do you remember?
Really? Yeah, I do remember
you were
that.
teaching
yeah.
me the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So my younger sister Keely always played netball with Ava growing up,
Yep.
and
She was Gold Coast. I was Darling Downs.
because they are the same age. But yeah, so country girl meets city girl, and basically they played together, and I always knew of this like gun little young athlete coming through the pathways, and you know, like Darling Downs, like the Toowoomba region, like Ava Black. Like everyone knew Ava Black from Toowoomba in the netball scene. But yeah, were we 12 when we met?
I remember we didn't officially properly meet, but I can tell you right now, I remember what you were wearing. You had this real headband around your head, and you were teaching. So I was in the baby under 12s Queensland team, and we were so excited. We were about to go away to nationals. You were in the previous 12s team.
It's tradition for the year
for Queensland.
before's Queensland under 12s to come back and play a
teach the
game and
new
teach
under
you.
12s girls the dance and play a game against them. And I remember you came back and you were a defender at the time. She wasn't even
I was a
playing
GK.
shooter. And I was playing centre, and I remember afterwards when we were learning the whatever you call it.
Queens,
Go.
Queens.
Land. And you were teaching it, and little buck teeth, skinny Ava, and then little tall, lanky defender Rue with her headband. I just remember that being such a vivid memory of you. And we didn't say, I don't think, any words to each other, but we were just in the same room. And it's kind of like one of those things where if you could have foreseen the future based on these two little kids just like meeting right now, it just would have been,
You
we
wouldn't
would
have
have looked at
thought,
each
hey.
other and just gone, oh, you're kidding.
What
That
was
one
your
there?
first?
That one? Am I going to hang out with that one? No.
What was your first impression of me at the
Well,
ripe age of 12?
It was a real, I think we've spoken about this before, but everyone kind of goes through a headband stage. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Everyone goes through a headband stage where it's just like the headband's on all the time. Maybe even you've got like the little sweat.
I had both of those. I can send a photo through now.
Yeah,
Like,
you definitely, that
Yeah.
was the vibe of Rue. And that video of you defending was kind of like...
is that the impression you have?
Kind of, a little bit. But you were really tall. I could tell that you had like more of a swimmer, lanky build. You were really
Great.
tall. I remember that.
Yeah. Did you think I was good back then, or like had
I think because I
potential?
was playing centre, I was probably too nervous. I wasn't really like...
Yeah. I hadn't really broke into my shooting area yet.
Yeah. Did
I
you
was
notice
kind of
me? Or
learning.
you didn't notice me?
You were quite lanky too, but Ava was always tall for a mid-quarter, and I think when we progressed through and you always played a year under. So she would always get pulled up into our team for like under 15s Queensland. And I remember there's a photo of like me, you and Abby Houston.
Yeah.
And we're all the same height, except you've got the centre bib on and we've got like goal shooter and
goalkeeper.
So
yeah. I remember that actually. So even context for Rue and I, oh my God, memory lane, we could talk for hours. But Rue and I have pretty much come through the entire Queensland pathway together, except I've always been the age group below. So I was kind of, I actually probably knew Keely, Rue's younger sister, better than Rue in the early years.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I sort of creeped into Queensland with you that we sort of were like, who's who in the zoo here? And then that just kept progressing. We then did 17s, we did 19s. You were a training partner with the Firebirds in your last year of 19s, and I was still trying to come through the Queensland pathway. You got picked up to Lightning in the 10. I was a TP for Lightning. It just kept going, and then we just kept making new teams and progressing together. But yeah, that early stages of us meeting was so just and you're all the same. It's just like, you know, no one's got any strength. Everyone's just super lanky, and we still are pretty lanky, but we've changed a lot since then.
We've grown into our bodies a little bit more.
Yeah. What's one thing personality you remember from me? I've got one for you.
Ava was always the go, go, go. Like, I've said it a few times in this podcast, the words go, go, go. She was literally like the ADHD kid. Like, she has so much energy to burn, and like your style of play, and it has always been the same since you were young, but it's very like sporadic, and like her legs are flying everywhere. She's jumping around, and I remember even like playing Sapphire Series against you. I was like, who is this kid and why has she got so much energy right now?
Yeah.
But that's actually like, I know you hate it all the time, but like when people say Ava has energy, like
I used to, and I remember we speak about this, and even when she was like, I know you hate it, probably a lot of people going, why would you hate that? But I think I used to really tie that into, that was the only thing I was good at, was just like, oh, you have energy. And it's like, oh, that's nice, but what else? Like, you know, and I think for you, what I remember so much about your career was just when you came into more of that GA role, because I never really watched you play too much GS. You were mainly through the Queensland pathway.
Growing up, I was predominantly
starting GA. And I just remember like you were very flary. Like you were always doing layups behind the hoop.
Not anymore.
Shooting big bombs, and it was never just a normal go to post for Rue. It was just always like you would watch it and go, oh my gosh, it has to be the best shot, the best flick. It was just very...
Someone needed to humble me a lot growing up.
Needed to humble
because
No, I don't think so at all. I think that was your style of play, and obviously post ACL it was we've all changed.
I've had to learn to control my body when I play now, and not do anything crazy with how I land, because we know how detrimental that can be, and I think it makes you become a bit of a smarter player. But that's interesting that that's how you remember me growing up.
And I do remember you like always being the goody good shoes.
Yeah.
Like you would do everything right all the time. Like I remember that was like, you weren't like...
I remember Queensland under 17s, we had nationals at
Martina
Brizzy. And I think I was captain.
I think you were captain every
year.
Yeah.
The younger girls in the team, so you're either 16 or 17, which Ava was the part of the young group, and they were doing some like, I was like, girls, come on. I was such a Brisbane.
Oh, yeah, but
you had tonsil stones.
I had tonsil stones. I was so sick.
Anyway, there was some crazy stuff going on. Girls spent money at the dollar store and whatever. Anyway, we weren't doing the greatest, I remember, and I remember going to Erin, our manager, and I was like, I think we have to take the girls' phones off them.
Okay, this just sums up.
And you guys got your phones taken off you.
I didn't even know this.
Because I was like, people are up late at night on their phones, and like, we're not getting enough sleep. It's like 4 days of nationals. Like I hadn't done my knee yet, but I was like, we got to be up and ready. Like, and I was getting so passionate about like winning and everything. Like I felt all this pressure on, and I was like, I'd get really emotional if we lost games by like close margins. I was like, I remember like shaking hands against New South Wales. We lost by 2, and I was like,
oh, sorry, Rue.
Good game. No, I would never like say it to your face, but behind your back.
Oh, that's great.
I'd be like, the girls need to lock in. Like, I can't stress.
I can't stress this enough.
Oh,
no,
on
I
reflection,
remember
that is
because
so
Martina
bad.
will laugh so hard at this. But when Rue was saying like, "Oh, you guys spent a lot of money," I wasn't. I think it was Riz and Tina. They were having a crack up, but they went to this dollar store because we all had to get these costumes. And
No, we didn't.
Oh no, they just wanted to get a costume.
I think Martina got given money or something.
And then she wanted to.
And then she just splurged at the dollar store. She got like
She
croc
actually did laughing
hands,
listeners. She spent a couple like $100
She
in that
dropped
dollar
money
store,
in the dollar store.
And absolute life of the party. She was such entertainment. But yeah, clearly Rue was like, girls are taking this not seriously.
Far
But
out.
I do remember, and that's like something that, you know, you're never late, you're always on time. Like you take those things very seriously, and it's a good trait to have. I think now that you've gotten a little bit older, you're a bit more relaxed with that. Like now you don't really,
Yeah,
like the Rue I know now isn't the Rue that would go and dog.
Yeah. No, Dob. I just wanted the best for the team, honestly. No. I apologise, girls, if you're just finding that out. But
They're probably all laughing, going
so
like,
I'm the problem. You
No,
guys,
you're
all your friends,
not.
away. But no, I feel like growing up, I always had it drilled into me to be punctual, be on time, those high performance behaviours. And I would like, if that was the difference between me and another player getting picked in a team, then, you know what, I've ticked the box.
and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like that's really swimming mentality.
Yeah,
Would
like,
you agree? We used to do a lot of
discipline.
swimming. Yeah, just like drill, discipline, follow, and the extra sort of, and well, now I feel like all we do is we have laughs and we enjoy.
Yeah, we're a bit like,
a lot more
we've
now.
let loose a little. Let our
Well,
hair
I think
down a
we
little
like
bit.
we've
We're not like,
understood from even the experienced players with us that like authenticity and being yourself is really important, and
yeah.
you can train really hard, be a really good athlete, but also bring a bit of
Yeah.
personality and fun to the group. So
Yeah.
I think it is an age thing that we've sort of realised.
Yeah, and
was-
I think like the best thing growing up, you can probably agree, is being put in an environment where you're not like you're playing up with older girls, and
You're
like
not
you're
longer
forced
the
to
best.
like
Yeah.
you have to live up to their standards. Like you're literally you're not the best in the team, but you're training amongst the best, so you've got to step up. And
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, a bit off topic there, but like I feel like that's
No, I agree. I completely
a
agree.
huge.
Why do you think our friendship remains so strong over all the years?
This is kind of getting sad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like you're a country kid.
It
I'm
makes
a
sense,
city
right?
girl.
Country.
Like we're not all that similar. Like
No, we're
we
not.
have so many
Yeah.
differences in our upbringings. Like we're quite similar, I think. Our parents and the style of parenting they
Yeah.
have, we were very similar in the fact that like I'd say we're well mannered,
Organised.
like organized people. Yeah, like I feel like we've just had the same values from a home standard, and I think despite our differences being where we grew up and you know different experiences we may have had growing
Yeah.
up, I think that actually brings us closer as people. And yeah, like you know, what's it say? Opposites attract.
Yeah, I reckon it is a little bit like that, hey, because even we always speak about this all the time, but I feel like because I grew up in a bit of a louder house and a few more siblings, it was a little bit like the small chat came a little bit easier.
You're the chaos.
Yeah,
and
well, it was
I'm
kind of
the-
like I'll just be like rah, la, 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 and happy with chatting.
Yeah.
And I remember we always chat about this, and you go, oh, not too much small talk. Like I'm good now. You know what I mean?
social battery gone like that with me.
Yeah. So I reckon they were always things that, along with time, we realised about each other. Like, okay, I'll let Rue do her thing. I'll let Ava do her thing. And
Like when we both got the nod from Lightning that we'll be moving up back in the end of 2021, like immediately I was like, we just came off playing that
Yeah.
Born to Shine series for
Yeah,
Queensland
we did too.
Sapphires, and immediately I was like, Ava,
Yeah.
did you get a training partner?
yeah.
Oh my God, we've got to go up and have a
Oh
look
my
at
God.
houses. And since then we've lived in a household of 4.
Yeah. Household
We've
for
moved
again.
household of 4 again,
Yep.
but we've always stuck together, and then we've downsized to just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And I think like we're both so organized and like
Well, it's helpful when you're both living such a similar
Yeah.
lifestyle as well. So the organisation comes from a place of also like it's familiar. Like you're doing the same thing that I'm
Yeah.
doing, and even personalities, although we're different, it's also like at the same time. Like I just remember all the time if it was getting not even too much, but you'd just be like, oh, Aves, she's just happy to go to a room. Like I'll just go to my room.
Yeah.
I might just play some music or like listen.
she needs a
and read.
downtime.
you were exactly the same. You'd be like, oh, I'm just going for a walk down the beach. And
Yeah. You don't
that
have to
was
come with
just
me, but the offer's
Rue will
there.
be Rue, Ava will be Ava.
Yeah.
That's
That's
just
the one.
too.
What is one thing you'll miss most about each other?
I think it's like anything when you put so much like quality time into a friendship.
Cry.
Don't cry. No,
Please
don't.
cry.
No, when you put so much time and like so many years into someone who becomes like a real comfort person, and it's quite like scary to think about that not being there. And oh my God, I'll full break down crying
Go,
soon.
say
No.
it. Sweet.
And I think I've had a lot of reflection of even that in the Lightning group around like how that will look. And
It's giving
you're
you
gonna
that I
have to talk.
told you.
Yeah. No, I think it's just more so like when you've got comfort. It's always
Yeah.
sort of been like maybe.
And I
Rue
think
Ava.
you and I have both throughout the past few years really found that we have similar interests, and like, for example, we love the media space, we love TikToks, we love Instagram posting and all that stuff, and not everyone, like, we do get in our heads a little bit, but not everyone like is a fan of it. And I think we were there for each other to even that out a bit, and you know, like,
just be like,
hey,
just
that's
do what
fine,
you
do
wanna
it, girl.
do.
Like, you're fine. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
If
And
someone's
you were
going to
always
judge
so
you for
good.
being yourself, then that's a reflection on that person.
Yeah.
Than you. So I think
Yeah.
like we're so comfortable with each other, and it's
And that's a hard thing to like kind of let go, because I think in so many ways, 4 years, and all of those years have been in the professional space. It's like, for all I know, for coming home to an apartment post a really tough game, or maybe not getting the result I wanted, or maybe, after an injury, like that was all under the comfort of having each other, and that was just the system and the routine we had. So I think I've reflected a lot on that around, for me, post ACL coming back, having a working knee, finding my feet again, like all of those questions that I would have loved to have picked your brain for, knowing you've walked through that. Like, that's all things that now will be over a text or a phone call away. And I know we're always ever a phone call away, but
yeah. I think I'll miss a lot is the stuff that we do away from the netball court as well.
Yeah.
Like, even like just seeing your family, to be honest. Like, I love seeing your mum and dad, like
that's so
after a
cute.
game and things like that. And
yeah.
you're probably the same, like the Batchies.
The Batchies are always,
Yeah.
And one thing about like the Batchies too, and Denise too, will just be like, if they come, it's always like they've come and they've cooked a meal, they've cleaned the house, they just
They look
make
after us.
such a effort. Like Kimberly's always, your mum is always going in. I'm having to pull her out of that washing, going, do not touch I
Don't
will
wash
not make you
Ava's
do that.
shower.
Yeah. And she just like, they just both do it without even question. I
Because
think
they
it's
treat
real.
us like their own daughters.
Yeah.
Like, Denise is my second mum.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going to miss you, and
And the comfort. I think
and
it's
just
just
having
like
you.
having.
You're my teddy bear.
Okay, now we've just ruined it.
But no, I remember the night I came into your room and I was like, Abe's, I think I've made a decision.
No.
Because like you knew that I had a couple.
I knew that, I knew where your head was at, because obviously we spoke so much about it.
Yeah.
And that contracting period is so intense. And it's kind of one of those things that it's so loud and public, whether you want it to be. And I say loud and public because I mean in the environment, even just based on whether it's court time or any of those experiences, players are often going, they could go, they couldn't, they could. Are they going to stick? Who's leaving? Who's not?
I think mine was one of the most unexpected, would you say?
I think as a younger athlete, maybe it was unexpected.
Yeah.
But I think also people, and I know this from a place of even just people would have constantly been coming up to me around the community, just saying like,
What are you doing?
yeah, what's Rue doing? They had fear that you might go prior to even that coming. And it was from a place of like they wanted to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I came into Ava's room and I was like, hey girl, I think I've made a decision. And she's like, what?
I was like,
Come into bed with me. And we just like had a full snuggle for like.
Yeah, we were just in bed. I just remember
tears
I was
rolling down the
crying a
face.
lot more than you. I just remember
no,
wailing.
I had a night to myself, tears. I was Snapchatting this girl and I was sending her all our old photos and
we were
memories.
just sitting the memories,
like,
and I'm like,
do you remember this? Do you remember that? And
Yeah.
we can make a full slideshow about the friendship.
Maybe we should just like upload
A
really
montage.
sad montage.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you.
Actually, on that topic, have you discussed how often you'll stay in touch and using what method? We actually haven't probably discussed this, but it's just a
given.
guaranteed given.
Yeah. I'll probably be using Instagram, Snapchat, FaceTime, and text.
Well, you already live. When we live together, we FaceTime all the time still. Like, it'll be like post training or like post something.
Yeah.
And you just FaceTime me.
I
like,
hope
I'm
you
heading
don't
home.
stop. If I find out that you're not Snapchatting me back or like leaving me on red, I'm
Well,
gonna
maybe
be so
we
mad.
don't do Snapchat then. I think I've got more of a chance of
Ava
responding.
goes through phases where she deletes an app and you just
Yeah.
don't know, and you're like, "Why is this girl not responding to me?" Oh,
Sometimes
because
I
I
have-
deleted the app, and
I
I'm
need
like,
to connect with myself again. And it's just too much on the phone.
"I'll
so-
keep the text going then."
Yeah.
You can rent a little, you can rent a lot. You can rely on Red Spot for a car, use van or truck. You can rely on Red Spot. You can rely on Red Spot.
So we're just going to have a quick deep dive into some inside information on both of us, things that you guys may want to find out and whatnot. So we've got a few questions here. Ava, when you're feeling exhausted mentally or physically, what do you do to get out of the slump? I know you probably experience a bit through rehab. It's quite
Yeah.
taxing.
I often, even on that, I think rehab is really hard, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the fact that it is very hard. But I think that mental exhaustion for me and the physical stuff, whether I was in rehab or not, that was always there. And it comes from that place of just consistently having to perform, repeat. And every
You turn
athlete
up.
understands this. Yeah, exactly. And that's, I feel, the biggest thing around, like, if you don't recognize that or have any type of balance or switch off, that exhaustion will just completely take over you. And that's how things like burnout happen. That's how, you just don't get the performance that you're seeking. So I think for me, it was always like recognizing even prior to my knee that, like, I felt like, and I think I spoke to you too about this, is like, I didn't feel that it was an injury that was going to step me away from the game or be my biggest setback. I thought it would always be more of my head and how I was able to get myself out of like mental exhaustion, or
Yeah.
I always just thought that was my biggest tool and it was my best, but then it was also my worst.
Yeah.
And so I felt like I have always put in a bit more time into, I'll sometimes just get a little bit like, people go, oh, she's really quotesy, or she really cares about all that self-development stuff. And it might be a little bit cringe to some people, but I've always found that leaning into more of that and understanding how my brain works, and
So
that's
how
always
do
been
you
a
get
tool
out
for
of
me.
that slump?
Well, we'll literally
Just acknowledge,
research
yeah.
more stuff around what's actually happening up here. So
Yeah.
when I'm actually in those slumps, and like I'll still see like a psychologist and
Yeah.
therapist just because prior to even my knee,
Yeah.
just around how do I keep trying to retrain my brain and understand people.
Yeah. Huge on that self-development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, what about you? But we'll go next one. What's something you've learnt this year that's made an impact on the way you approach everyday life?
I thought about this because I did read it earlier. Since you always have these gentle reminders of not everything is given. And I think a huge wake-up call at the start of the year was you going down with your injury. And obviously going through two myself, it's just a gentle reminder, like, your season can end like that. So you take every opportunity you can, day in, day out. You do your rehab, you do your prehab, you're ready, you're warm. And, like, you see it all the time. Girls go down with knees. You watch it in other sports all the time. Achilles,
yeah.
anything. So you just have, it's like, I don't know, it's really changed the way I approach every single training session. And, yeah, I think not fearing that it could happen, but just knowing in the back of your mind that, like, hey, hello, you've got really vulnerable knees.
Yeah.
Like, the percentage of re-rupture goes up
And
the
even
more
if
times you do
don't,
it.
like everyone does.
Yeah.
You're not invincible.
Like, you're not invincible. We've spoken
Yeah.
about that before. But, yeah, I think that's been a huge way I've approached daily life.
I think on that too, remember we looked over this quote, and it wasn't long ago at all, but it's so relevant into everything you've just said there, because I remember we sat down together and it was like a quote, and it was just like, what a blessing to feel tired over something you could have always dreamt of, or what a blessing to feel like stressed over something that you would have always dreamt of feeling stressed about. And it's like, even on that topic, it's like, I feel like so much now I reflect and go, oh, what I would do right now to feel tired in conditioning, what I would give right now to feel stressed about, you know, where I should go for contracting, or where I should, like, what a gift it would be to be
honestly
in that
like 5 years
situation.
ago. Like look back at where I am now, and I'm like 5 years ago, I would be dreaming that I have this opportunity where like clubs are wanting me to be on their team. Like I have an option.
Yeah.
You know, like not everyone is blessed with that decision, and I think this year has been like a really lucky reminder.
Yeah, I love that.
What's something you're really proud of?
Something I'm really proud of, and I don't want to make it too like rehab specific, but I think I've been very proud of like my ability during rehab to stay disciplined, but also like still ask questions. And that's something that I feel like sometimes I may have potentially faded away from. When stuff was really hard, I would just be like, oh, just get it done, and just, you know, just get it done, just get it out. Whereas now I think my mindset shift around like, don't just get it done, but ask questions about it, and, you know, learn more about things. And, you know, whether it is more like, okay, you're out, so watch more of other players and understand how they work. I think that's been something I've really been proud of the last 7 or 8 months to do and take time to do. But yeah, outside of rehab, maybe just like proud of like just being able to sit and watch other people too. I think like,
yeah, I think when you get in the nitty gritties of the rehab and the day by day, night by night, you know, it's just rehab. Sometimes you do forget to take a step back and go, hey, I'm actually proud of myself.
Yeah.
Like it's been, what, nearly 7 months for you?
yeah,
6,
of
7?
every day.
Of every day turning up with a smile on your face, having to show up and be ready to, like, rehab's harder than a hard pre-season. And not many people know that. So I feel like you'll come out so much stronger mentally and physically on the other end of it. And I can't, like, it's next level. You can literally conquer anything once you've done a year-long rehab.
What do you want to see happen in netball? So if this is the last potty you have with us here, where do you want to see netball? Where do you want to maybe even see where this media adventure for podcasts or anything, where do you want to see it go?
Netball has come a long way, and I am grateful for all the past players who have allowed us to be in the position we're in. But again, I think you and I, when we are at that retirement stage of life of netball, it'd be so cool to leave it in an even better place. You know, like what we can do now. And like, I think that starts with the way the media is heading and how relevant social media is and things like that. I feel like
power of it, right?
The power of social media, and, you know, at the end of the day, you want eyes on the game. And if you can produce things like a podcast, TikToks, things like that, you're getting eyes on the game. You're getting bigger broadcast deals. You're like, the money's going up. Players are going to get paid more. We're going to eventually have an expansion of teams in the league, which is awesome. And I think it's so cool that we're now allowing the Kiwis to come over.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally the best league in the world, and we're lucky to be a part of it. And I reckon we can just help it grow more and more through things like this, platforms.
I love that as well. And I think my dad always really drilled this into me too. But it's just like, sport is so much about entertainment alongside the athletic ability and the real grit it takes to get there. But a lot of it is a business, and a lot of it is actually understanding that without these things, without growing media, without all this other stuff, you're actually not going to get the results that we want. And for netball, I reckon for so long we've really just relied on like, well, if you come to the game and you see the physical ability, then you'll know. Yeah. Whereas we need to almost advance that again and go, actually, for a lot of people, they're still not coming to the game, and that might be due to stadium availability or even, you know, how many people we can actually hold in there. But the next thing is actually media, and how do we actually like expand that further. And if you've got more athletes that are willing to put their hand up and step into that space and try and create a platform where more people will listen and have a connection to you, then that's a really good contribution you can even have just to the sport now as a young athlete.
And I think you and I do a good job at building that personal brand where we can attract eyes to the game through our own channels. And like, I know people, like when there's play movement in the off season and people moving clubs, they're like, members and fans are sad that they're leaving their team, but how many members and fans are you actually bringing with you to another team? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's cool that we're able to even do that on a personal level with our own socials and help build netball up as a whole, which I think is really cool. All right, guys, we have a brand new segment called the 60-second yap. So what we're going to do is we're generating a random word, and whatever word that may be, we have to talk about it nonstop for 60 seconds without any awkward pauses or, you know, we're pretty good at yapping, so I think we'll be fine. All right. Are we ready for me to generate the word?
Creative as possible, Rue.
You're going to love it. The word is candle. All right, wait. I'm going to start a 60-second timer. Ready, set, go.
First of all, are you kidding? Lemongrass candles from David Jones is where it's at. Lemongrass is my favourite candle. It's my mum's favourite.
My favourite's the Peter Alexander one. That's always in it's like salted caramel vanilla. Stinks out your room, but it smells so
Something
good.
that I feel like as well, like if you're not using candles even in your bedroom or in your apartment or anywhere, oh my gosh. Like add a candle in, get a little one of those matches from Coles where
the
it's
gaslit,
like, the gaslit one where it's just endless, and put that candle on, even if it's just sitting and just whether you want to listen to music or not, just sit. And I can
the amount of candles that we've burnt through, guys, is crazy. And Ava is a little fiend. Like for her birthday, she was like, "Can I please get candles? Anything, candles,
hand creams, sprays,
anything like that." But yeah, I feel like candles make a home so homely. Do you agree?
True.
Yeah.
Like when you go home
guests,
and
mum's
mum's got candles on and smells yummy.
Delicious. 60 seconds. Easy. That was the easiest topic, guys.
I was kind of hoping you were going to have that really annoying timer alarm. That's like
no, I just did a stopwatch. But yeah, 60-second yap, tick, nailed that. Give us any topic and we can probably talk for years on that.
Okay, time for Pass or Play. So it's a segment where we call out the trends, obsessions, hot topics. A lot of them are viral trends going around, so I'm sure a lot of you will have an opinion or be up to date with it, or it might be even something that's just so fresh that you actually haven't heard of yet. And I love when we get to give our opinion on these. Are we ready? We're going to decide if we're like, you're going to hype it up or you're going to pass it.
Pass or play? All right. First one, Taylor Swift getting engaged.
Hyping up.
Play.
Play that up.
Play that.
That is like...
Play on.
I actually think the Instagram post for that, like, got millions. Like, think about how many people are playing for that. No one's passing.
Swifties all year, all around the world.
We've got a lot of Swifties here at Lightning too.
I'm actually not a Swiftie.
That's crazy.
Are you?
I'm a Swiftie. No, you're not. Yeah, I am.
She's lying.
I love all of Taylor Swift's old music.
Old. All right. I prefer the newer stuff.
Love Story. They're the good years. Okay. The summer I turned pretty.
Play on. I am up to date. # Team Conrad.
Ooh, I'm 100% Team Conrad. However, I haven't watched the final season. I'm actually just starting the second season
I'm
now.
like waiting and itching. Can we talk about that last
No, don't
episode?
tell me.
It was an AirTag commercial for Apple AirTag. No, it's not, but it's you'll get it when you watch it.
Oh. Okay.
It was pointless. I can't talk about it because you've not watched it.
Well, I've seen a lot of it pop up, and obviously, like, she's getting married to one of them, but then she doesn't. So I've
You'll
seen a
have
fair
to
bit of that,
watch.
but I also just don't want to spoil that for myself.
AI generated TikTok videos or reels. Sorry, I just whacked my microphone.
Well, is this clear AI, or is it like this could just be a beautiful place in Italy that I'm liking?
No, it's literally like the animals that are jumping on the trampoline and doing backflips or like diving boards and stuff. Have you seen the cat ones too, where the cat goes off and gets pregnant? It's like a
I've
cartoon.
not even watched any of these.
You're
Oh my
on the
gosh.
wrong side of the reels. All my reels are
Rue
AI
has
videos.
the most rogue
I'm on
For
my
You
phone.
page. It is actually the times I sit next to you on the couch and I'm looking at your reels, I'm low-key concerned what you say into your phone for that to pop up.
Well, I'll be like on my reels at like 9 p.m. at night and I'm stuck there watching a cat get pregnant by like a dog, AI vibes, and I'm like, oh, the cat cheated on the dog. It's now pregnant with a crocodile. Like what? I'm going to say
this is
pass
rude.
because I don't want that in my algorithm anymore.
Well, I kind of now want to watch it.
Are you playing on
I'm
that?
curious because I've not
Here,
seen
I'll give
it.
you my phone.
Yeah, you can give me your phone for a bit. Protein and everything. Obviously, we have to be like asada past protein and
Yeah.
sports integrity.
Sports integrity. But like any way that I can get in my 20 grams,
Yeah,
I'm taking it. Like give me that Chobani Fit.
give me that Chobani.
Pass me that Chobani Fit. You know what's great?
Chunky
Maver's
milk?
protein bars.
Oh.
Maver's.
Mavis,
Yeah, they're the ones that we used to buy all the time.
the low carb ones.
Yeah, so good.
We do love those.
Protein.
They're really expensive though.
Shout out to Hannah Mundy who got me onto them. Huge call. Play on protein.
Play on protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play on protein. 100%. There we go.
Pass or play Sabrina Carpenter.
Absolute play.
Play.
She seems to, she's kind of like Doja Cat in her era, where like every song they put out was just an absolute bop and everything just kind of sounds similar, but it's still like, oh, this has got a really good ring, catchy tone to it. She's very cool. I like
Yeah.
her.
I do love her. But I'm going to one up her and say Tate McRae is better right now.
I see, I disagree.
I think Tate McRae is like the Britney Spears of this era.
I
Like she's
think
giving
with
pop culture
the
queen.
brand she puts out. However, I think her music will get faded out very quickly. I don't
Really?
think she's got a long-lasting song.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
huge.
Like we're talking about Britney Spears.
I think she is
Give Me
coming of
More,
age. Like she is.
And Baby One More Time. Like you can't tell me your Tate McRae song right now is going to be as good as something like that in.
She might
30,
she
40
might be
years.
brewing something up, guys. You don't know. But I reckon she's on her way up.
Yeah. Birkenstock Bostons.
The
You've got
clogs.
some of these, haven't you?
I've got fake ones because I'm not forking out $300 for a clog. For a clog. Thoughts? I like them.
I agree.
But
I'm
I
on
don't
that. That's
think-
past for me.
I don't think they're timeless.
I also just think they hurt your toes.
yeah,
just
and
have
they're
really
hard to
long
like keep
feet.
on. Just flick them off.
Like walking and just constantly feeling like you've got to crouch
Get
those
those
long
grippers
finger
out.
toes in because they don't want to hit on the end. Like I'll just be getting.
yeah, I don't think they're
Pain.
timeless. I think they have a little time in this era, and that's probably about 2 or 3 years, and they're done. All right. It's your turn to talk. So we put up a Instagram story on the Lightning socials and asked you guys to give us a few questions to answer on the potty.
I'm scared.
I have a few here.
Okay,
Are you
go.
ready?
I'm ready.
First one is from a fellow friend and teammate, Courtney Bruce. I won't be name dropping everyone, but this is funny. How did you both find love?
She's a crack up. Oh my god, we're getting her on here soon. Yeah, she knew. She's giggling behind that phone screen right
you know,
now.
reverse card. How did you find
Yeah.
love?
How did Courtney Bruce find love? Because I know we've all seen it being launched on the Lightning page at awards. She had a date. We didn't have a date. How do you know that we found love? No, we have found
we
love.
found love with each other.
Talk to me.
Fun fact. Ava and
Da-da-da.
I are housemates and our partners are both housemates. So that's how we kind of met.
Yeah.
Ava met her boyfriend and brought my boyfriend
Well,
along for
his
dinner one night.
housemate was really, he thought Rue was really pretty and he thought she was really cool. And so then you guys met and I just remember it was just like we were all having family dinners. It just,
Yeah.
we all just
We
clicked.
started off like as a friendship group, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a
we
group
were
of
just a
4. We
really
always
group.
loved hanging out, activities. And then, yeah, one thing led to another and we have boyfriends.
Now they have boyfriends. So that's how we found love, Courtney Bruce. And Don't worry, everyone. You will get Courtney on here one time, and we will be returning that question back to her, where she can have a full segment talking about the love of her life.
Ava. Sorry, I screamed that. What's your dream mid-court trio to play in?
Oosh. Okay. Laura Langman.
Just Laura Langman times 3.
I'm going to go bold here. Laura Langman and Kate Hefton from the Silver Ferns.
Are you picking 3 or you're part of the trio? Is that how it
I
works?
just really injected myself in there. Okay, no, let's just pick my top 3.
Yep.
Okay. I would say it's hard because am I picking top 3 for a position? No, I'm just going top 3 middies. Okay, Laura Langman. I'm going to keep that there because she is just an absolute powerhouse. And no one, I'm sure everyone says that in the netball world, can compete. I think the precision of Lizzie Watson for yonks, like you can't fault ever. Like I think
she's Mrs. Consistency.
Experiencing her in the training realm too, and it's just every pass is so precise that like if she does have an error, everyone's like, oh, Liz with her one error. It's like because it's just so precise. So I'd say Lizzie in there, and then I'm gonna still put in Kate Heffernan in here. And I know she's really like still quite young coming through, but watching her in the last Ferns games, I was literally just like, she is an ideal wing defence centre, and I just love the type of mid-court game she's got going out there at the moment. So yeah, that's who I'd say.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got one here for myself. Most pressure you've ever felt on a shot, and did it go in? Hope it went in. No, I felt a lot of pressure in my first year playing as a rookie, and I got put on in the Thunderbirds game in Adelaide, and I remember it was like the last 3 minutes of the game, and we had Vicky Wilson as the coach at the time, and Steph and Cara on the court, and she turns to me in the timeout and goes, "Rue, you're on," and I was like, we were down by 2 at this point, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" You've got Steph and Cara out there, like pressure. And then I remember we went on and I landed in the 2-point zone. I was in the pocket, put up a shot, first one, straight in, like didn't touch any part of the room. And I was like, thank God. And we ended up winning the game by 1.
You're quite notorious for doing that too. I even think about the last Adelaide's game, and it was like a knockout final for us, and you came onto the court and literally just bang, went to post in a 2, shot the super shot, and everyone was just like, oh my gosh, like the confidence to even just like, that's your first touch of the game, and it was right there on the rim on a super shot, bang, straight to post. You don't even think twice. I was like,
people don't talk about that enough. Coming on, honestly, as a super shot shooter in the super shot time, 2 minutes or 3 minutes to go, and you're forced to take one, like a 2 straight away.
And the crowd, she passed it.
She passed.
Yeah,
everyone's like, just take a 1 to like get warm into the game. I'm like, sometimes you're not put in a situation where you can take a 1. You've landed in the 2, you may as well take it.
Yeah.
If you had to swap positions for a game, who would survive longer? If I had to play wing defense center, or if you had to play goal attack, goal shooter.
GA. Actually, I used to play a bit of GA.
Yeah. I think I'd last better in wing defense than center.
I think you'd be right.
But you could be like a feeding goal attack.
I reckon you'd last better in center than wing D.
Really?
Think about you're defending Elisa Mai or like a little
pocket rocket. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I reckon more of a centre because you've got a really good endurance. You could just
Would you last longer on the court if we both started a game, you started in goal attack and I started in centre? Who would be calling for a timeout first?
I'd have to be feeding. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe I'd be calling one for a breather.
For a breather. I'd have to be feeding the GS the entire time.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go one more question. What's the best achievement you two have accomplished together, and why? Friendship. I think we haven't achieved titles or championships together.
Yeah.
But I think the greatest achievement we've made is our friendship through netball. I don't know.
Dry.
We'll use the power of friendship.
I like, especially when you just said, and like, we haven't actually achieved what we want to achieve yet. And that for me is like a memory already that in your early stages, like you can't redo that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? So even the fact that we were rookies and we literally started this professional space pretty much together. I know I was a TP in the first year and you're in the 10, but those first early years of like trying to find your feet, oh my God, what is professional netball? What is Suncorp Super Netball? How fast it is, the taxing of it all. That's an experience at the start that you can't, you know, get that back, and you only ever get more years and you only get more knowledge of the game and understanding. So I think the fact that we were able to walk through that and, as you said, reflect in 10 years when we were retiring, or more than that, and go, remember that first year, remember that second year where we were absolute young
I think, too,
rookies.
with me being injured in the year that you were playing, your first year, and you being injured now when I'm back playing. We're very lucky to actually play last year in 2024 together and make a final series, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
We had a few young ones last year in that final, like semis, which was nice and a cool achievement. We'd never played in a semi before at SSN level, so I think
like the just stuff that you'll reflect on, like it's cool that we get to reflect on that together. It's time to depart.
It's time to wrap up my time on the potty.
This beautiful person over here out of the picture. Do you want to just hop out now?
Get out
Who
of the
should our
frame.
next host be? Who should our
Don't. I'm just going to use
Who would
this
we
time.
like to replace Reilley Batcheldor? Come on. Seriously though, we're taking all suggestions.
Applications. I mean, good luck to whoever has to fill my spot. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for the opportunity to have a podcast. I'm excited and, you know, keen to see where the media space takes me next year. And
well, you've been a big part of that even here in Lightning, and I think we speak about that a lot. It's like having a vision is one thing where the club can see, you know, we'd like to have more of this podcast and they'll set you up, but you've also got to have some keen, I say kids, but not even kids, just some keen athletes that are willing to go, you know what, it might come across like sometimes I'm cringing at myself looking back over all the media stuff, but you're also like, I'm going to put my hand up and
I've been the yes girl at Lightning for a couple of years now. If you needed anything, I'd just say yes for the media, but got to pass that on to someone else now.
I reckon.
Which you've already taken on board. So thanks for having me on the podcast. I'm sure I will listen to all the future episodes of Pass That Mic. But yeah, peace out.
Maybe we'll do a collaboration. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Wherever it takes us.
Maybe when I come play you guys, I'll jump on the potty for an
For
update.
now, we're
out.